finally, somebody came up with a good idea for a diesel heater. This is like the next generation. Let me show you. This is the company, and this is the manual that comes with it in several different languages. Most importantly for me, English. What comes with it is, of course, the manual I just showed you. The exhaust system, the tubing, and the muffler. Some wire if you want to hook it up to a battery, which will be the second half of this video. Clamps, and even a remote control. Right now, what I want to talk to you about is utilizing this heater in the shop. That really makes it nice. And one thing that kind of makes this product stand out is the fact that they thought about everything. And they included 110 volt power supply. So what that's going to mean is I'm not going to have to hook it to a battery or try to find a converter to provide 12 volt to run it. They did all that for you. I don't know where to start. There's just so much to it. The box is nice. It opens up so that you can see inside the components. This is the fuel tank, and here's the heater itself. You can fill it up right here. Start on the side. This is the exhaust. You'll be able to just slip it right on. Nice little feature for storage. Keep spiders and stuff out of it. Then on the back, this is the air intake, the fresh air intake. And if you're going to use DC current off of a battery, here's the two contacts, the two terminals. But if you're going to plug it into the 110, it just goes right here. While I'm on this side, we might as well talk about this. Check out these wheels. They're hard rubber. On this side, there's a sight glass here so you can see how much fuel you have in your tank. And then on the front, this is the hot air exhaust. This is where you're going to be able to get the heat blown out into your shop. The nice thing about it, and again we'll talk about this in the second half of this video, but you can also attach a hose to it, a ductwork. This is your controls, LED screen, and you saw this handle. I'm telling you, nice. All right, I'm gonna go get some diesel fuel. We'll put some in it and check this bad boy out for the first time together. All right, I've got her all set up. I've got it hooked to the power supply. I've got the exhaust attached and run outside. I filled it up with some diesel fuel, and you can see it's just sitting there showing the time. So it's really simple. All you have to do is turn it on.
Start heating.
Now there are two modes. There's the manual mode, which is what I've got it set on right now, and you go from the lowest setting to as high as you want. Just put it about halfway. the other mode, press the mode button, and that is the temperature mode. It works basically like a thermostat. It comes up to the temperature that you have it set at, and then it slows way, way down and just goes real slow and easy until the temperature drops below your set point, and then it'll ramp back up and bring it back to temp. It never does go completely off, but none of these diesel heaters do that. So I'm going to run it on manual mode. It's going to take a minute. It blows for safety reasons. Make sure there's no fume buildup or anything. And then you will hear the pump start kicking. Once it does that, then the fuel hits the glow plug and it ignites, and the rest is just however you want to run it. High, low, or anywhere in between. The process can vary anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes, I guess, for it to get going. So I'll probably speed this up a little bit so we don't have to sit here and go. Alrighty, there she's going. It's a little loud to start with, just from some vibration, but once it heats up, it'll calm back down and won't be very loud at all. Okay, because I'm in the manual mode, it's going to blow at this speed until I make any kind of manual adjustments. It's warming up really nice. And I'm about 2 settings from maximum. See, nice and quiet. Moving a great deal of air though. Alright, let's turn this bad boy down. These things all work on an algorithm, basically. This is just a small little computer. What it'll have to do is it has to come up to temp, and then it'll adjust and slow back down to the setting that I have it set on, which is the lowest. It's ramping back down. And that's where it'll hold. I'm really excited about this for the shop with its power pack. But there's another reason that I can't wait for cold weather. And that is to use this bad boy when I go truck camping. So let's go out and see what that's going to look like. Alrighty, we're back here in the back 40. For the next part of the video, that is using this outdoors while truck camping. I'm really excited about it because we've got a trip planned to Land Between the Lakes to do some four-wheeling in January, and that's going to be a little chilly. So I wanted to see how well this would work. So let's just dive right into it. As you can see, I've got it hooked to a battery. And on that note, you can't really use a solar generator or a lithium power supply that you can buy, because most of those only have a 10 amp of DC 12 volt output. And this requires 15 amps. So that means you have to run it directly off of a battery. Unless somebody knows of a type of solar generator or power station or whatever you want to call it that actually has a 15 amp output? If so, hit me up in the comments. All right, the other thing you can see is I had to set it up on a couple of bricks. You could use blocks of wood, it wouldn't matter, because the intake for the exhaust comes in from underneath. And if that's sitting flat on the ground, it's not going to be able to get any air. So by lifting it up 3 inches, I shouldn't have any issue at all. Took the vent and ran it in. And let me show you. There's some bling. That's just like what's on that hiking guy's 4Runner. I'll be darned. Anyway, you can see in here, we've just run it in and back through the sliding glass window. The key is to make sure that there is enough open ventilation that for every cubic foot of air that comes in from the heater, it has a place to go. If it doesn't, then it causes back pressure, and that back pressure could cause the diesel heater to overheat. So let's turn this bad boy on and see how it does.
Start heating.
When that gets up to speed, I'll be back. Alrighty, she's coming up to speed. Hasn't quite leveled off yet. And I have it set on the lowest setting. So, like I said earlier, it'll come all the way up to speed, and then it'll back down. All right, let's check this out. I got Ope. And that's Mitzi. That's Opie's little sister. Oh yeah. Can really feel that heat coming in. This is gonna be great. Yep, absolutely great. And with a battery like the one I've got it hooked to, which is just a lead acid battery, it will easily run all night long, maybe even 2 nights on one charge. Heck, maybe 3 nights. Once these things get up to speed and they settle down, they're only drawing maybe 2 amps an hour. So that's not bad, not bad at all. Hear it kicking down. You can also take these are 3-inch vents. You can take a 4-inch and put over it here on the outside, and then that'll act as another layer of insulation. So if it's really cold, like let's say we get down there and it's going to be in the teens, even below 0, doing something like that would really help with the efficiency. The other side advantage to it is we will get residual heat off of the vent inside the cab of the truck. So that will, keep that fairly warm in there too. Alrighty. This has been a win-win-win. I think that this was a great idea. Whoever came up with it, this company ran with it, and I think it's going to be a big hit. Alrighty, well there you have it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hope to see you out there on the trail sometime. Later.